Okay, hello. This is Rani Ahmed with you. This lesson we're talking about, of course, this is lesson 38, and in this lesson we're going to talk about how to connect to databases of SQLite version 3, because there is a version 2. Here's I have 3, so I'm going to talk about SQLite 3 databases through TCL/TK. Okay, so we want to first start with how to prepare an SQLite 3 database, how to prepare TCL to provide me the connectivity or the tool that can let me connect to SQLite database, and then we're going to show you the code that's supposed to to connect and retrieve and send data to the database. Okay, now to start, we start first with we have to download this software first. It's called SQLite Studio, and of course I must tell you what's SQLite, but you need to get the software first also. Sorry, not this one here. So this is an about, and this is the link of the program. So just let me make a new file. See, it's here. Okay, this is it. So this is the link. Maybe if I just zoom a little bit the font. So you can see the address. So this is the address of this software. This is an SQLite database manager. Okay, so you can like manipulate the whole database with that tool. Now, what's the format of SQLite 3? We will be back now for the software, but first we have to tell you what's SQLite 3 before using the software, of course. So SQLite 3, I'm telling you all the time, it's a database, but it's not a database that is used as the matter of MySQL, for example, or Oracle, where you have to connect through the internet, not real internet, any network connectivity, okay, to reach the database. Okay, of course you can do it in like locally in the sockets and things like that, Unix sockets, but like the general or the most used form is to use the TCP/IP or network connectivity to connect to the server. You have to provide first the host address, and then the the username and a password. In SQLite, there's no need for that. There's no need for such security. There's no need for such connectivity. SQLite is very much like Microsoft Access. It creates, or it uses one file that holds the whole data. Okay, of course there are tables, there are everything, but the data is saved completely in one and only one file. Okay, the whole database, the relationships, the triggers, the etc. So everything is just in one and only one file, and the management of the data is unlike Access. Access uses query by example. Here you have true SQL queries, of the standard SQL 99 maybe, I think, or 95, whatever. So let's say 99. So you're using this kind of standard, which is the same one that you use in almost in MySQL and Oracle and etc. Okay, now why why we should use SQLite Studio. Just let me decrease the font size. The reason is that this application, first, it's just one executable, it's just one file, that's all. There's no need to install and uninstall, and because it's one file, it's portable, and it does all that management required to manipulate the database. Okay, here it's telling you also it has an easy interface. It has it also manages not only SQLite 3 but SQLite 2. Okay, and of course it's cross-platform, so you can use it on Windows, any version of Windows, Linux and Macintosh, Solaris, FreeBSD, you name it. Okay, of course other Unices are not tested, as he says, but you know, that's more than enough, okay, to have like 6 operating systems. And you can use it in like English, Polish, German, Russian. Okay, and of course it can be also translated, because this software is open source. Okay, see, it's open source and licensed under GPL2. And the very lovable thing is, and the lovely thing, I mean, it has UTF-8 support. So you can, if you are using something like Chinese or Arabic or Hebrew or whatever of those Eastern languages, okay, that use sometimes right to left and you know, of course the Japanese and yada languages. Okay, those are also supported, so you can save your data in such way. Okay, and you can change its looks. Okay, like if you want like GNOME or KDE or Macintosh way. Okay, and this software, okay, uses our lovely TCL TK here. See, it uses TCL packages. Now we at this step want to make a new database, which is like the final outcome is just a file. So what I do is, those are previous databases, so my own like share software. So this is my website to data, but I'm not gonna reveal it. So this is the cache software that I have on my website, superlinux.net, and and yeah, those are the tables inside the database. So this is one file called cashier.sqlite3. Now I'm going to create, as I said, my own file. So I start with, first of all, add a database, because it will be added to the tree here below. Okay, so I say add database, and by the way, because this is a pure SQL, so I'm not going to teach you SQL. Okay, I'm going to just show you how to use SQLite Studio, as I said, then connect to the TCL-TK, so you can see how TCL would do the SQLite stuff and work it out. So first of all, I choose the path where I want to save my data. Now the easiest way is just to put the database in the same location of your script. Okay, that's the easiest way. So my script is located under here. here, yes, and then I go to TCL lesson code, and just disregard this one, the filter, just directly you name it like shop. I'm going to talk about a shop, okay, and I'll name SQLite 3. So my database is about a shop, you know, a shop to sell and buy. So here I tell it, and I say generate automatically, so it will create the database for me right away, and it has to be SQLite 3, okay, because the library in TCL I'm going to use is an SQLite 3 database connectivity and library, okay. So that's it. Now if I double click it, okay, you see there are no tables and no views yet. It's just an empty database. So what I do is right click and add a new table, not add database, okay, and then I call it items or item, okay. That's the name of the data, okay. See, you can add it to different databases, to other databases. Now my database now is a shop.sqlite3. Now I go add colon, and then first of all I have to say ID. Now the data type here, first this is the auto increment ID, okay, that will increment every time by 1. So I press here integer. It has to be integer this way, capital N, because this integer is not the int here. This is just a number int, but if you want it to be an auto increment, you must have it a big complete word integer, and you say primary key, and then you configure it as auto increment. Cool, that's it. You can have your own constraints. That's something else. Then you say add. No, it's not a, see, it's allowed by integer. It's a misselection. So add. Now the data type is integer. Next, I want to add the name and the price of those items. So I type here name, and then data type is text, because I want to give it like an open size and open number of characters. So I just add it, and the next one is add column, and let's say price, and I'm going to select it as a number, a normal integer. I don't want to deal with points and stuff. You can use real and whatever. It's just like a quick way of doing things, because this is just an example. And if you look at the DDL, see, this is the SQL that would SQL statement that could create the database if you don't have the SQLite Studio, okay. You would be using a command named SQLite3 anyway, but this is the easiest way. So create, and then here's, if I double click it, this is the structure, and if you press data, it will list the whole data. Now it's an empty data, so what I'm going to do is just add multiple. So here it says add custom number of rows in that yellow balloon, and I say like I'll have like 4 items. Now here it's just an empty one. So when I fill an auto increment line row, don't mess with the ID, okay, it will do it for you automatically. So I'll deal with a column of name and the column of name price. So I double click on each field, okay. I say food, okay, of price 10, and then maybe tools of price like 40, and maybe What else? Um, Electronics, maybe let's say 100. Maybe what I say, detergents. Okay, I say like 50. Okay, so now this is not yet executed. Okay, so this is how I'm going to execute it. I press the check, okay, not the X, the check. Okay, so to commit that the changes, I press here, so you see the numbers are automatically produced for you. Okay, now this is the database. That's all. So if I just see the DDL, this is the database, the table structure. This is the structure of the table, and this is the data. Okay, so if I close this this window, and double click it again, so if I press data, it will list the data for me again. Okay, now this is this step finalizes the database. Now next step is preparing the TCL/TK. So what I should do first, on you should have you should have watched that video how to install TCL, and installing TCL tells you that you have to do a tcup update, and press like this, enter, and there's nothing to update. So if you did that, okay, it means that everything regarding all the libraries of TCL are there, okay, are already there. But to make sure that SQLite 3 is installed, so what I do is tcup install SQLite 3, okay, and I'll press enter. Okay, it will tell you that it's already installed already. Okay, let me clear it again just to show you a better way. Already installed here. Okay, now how to make sure that it is correctly working? So I go to TCL search, and I type a package require, because it's a library, SQLite 3. Okay, don't make a mistake, and press enter. So if you get a version number 3.7, get that up. Okay, so this is correct. I quit that TCL as such. Now let's start with the beefy stuff, you know. So first of all, as we said, you have to start. Okay, this is our file, okay, the shop.sqlite3, and as we said, it has to be within the script location. My location is in the TCL lesson code. The script is here. Okay, that's the location of the script. Okay, and now I write package, then require, then I type SQLite 3. So this starts using the SQLite 3. Then I type SQLite 3, and then this word SQLite 3 means that I started preparing the connection, okay, to the SQLite 3, and then and the connection name here is now dbcmd, okay, this one, and then I type Ctrl Z here just to say that this is the location of the file. So the dot slash means the file, the database file, is located under the current folder, okay, the same folder of the script. So, and this is the file name, okay. And then I'm preparing a query. So select star from item. So this is my query. This is nothing but a string yet, until I do use dbcmd. dbcmd, as we said, is the connection tool. It's the descriptor. It's whatever you want to use. It's whatever you want to say or call it. It's the thing that I'm gonna use to connect to the database. So it has this connection has so many commands. Okay, so one of the commands is eval. Okay, so it will evaluate the query. Okay, and then I open like two curly braces. Now you're gonna see, now you should be asking yourself how I'm going to represent the data so I can retrieve it and which variables and yada yada. Now in SQLite Studio, you will see that I have ID and name and price. Now between the curly braces that we saw over here, okay, the field names will be NTCL, the variables of the same field name in the database. Like here it has ID, it will be between the curly braces $ID. Here it is name, then it will be $name in the curly braces. Price, $price in the curly braces. So if I go back to the queries here, and then see I have an ID and the price and the name, like this. So I set the row. I'm preparing a row so I can print the whole database, the whole table item for you. So I'm saying set row, and of course I must start with an empty row so I can build up on that. Okay, then I have an ID and the name and the price, okay, and row. Okay, so this means like get me at this current row the field ID, the field name, and the field price, okay, and their values right away. Okay, not the names here, not the names of the fields, just the value of the ID and the name and the price at the current row, i.e. at the current iteration. Okay, and then I add a slash, and so I can break to another previous row. Okay, so it will add up. Okay, and I say tk message box so I can print the row. It's best that I put tabulation, so just to make it much more acceptable. And here what I did is put ID, then name, those are just text, normal text, and then price, and then below it the whole dumping of the rows. Okay, because the row, each row is a field of I added up the rows in one variable, so slash n that variable which has so many slash n's. Okay, so if I run this script until now, so dot slash, okay, lesson 38.tcl, this is the file name that I created. Of course, before that you should have done chmod on Linux or on Unix in general, chmod +x, okay, the script, and then so you can make it executable. On Windows you just double click the script and that's it. Okay, and this script, by the way, uses, of course, because I mentioned tk message box and here wish is written, So this means that this will be using graphical interface. Okay, so dot slash lesson 38 and press enter. So the as we said, select star from item, that means retrieve everything from the table item from the file shop.sqlite3. okay, so here is my data. So it's in the reversed way. Okay, maybe if I just put the dollar row like this, slash n. Okay, so it will be like in the proper way. Yes, so it isn't the proper way. Okay, now I want to insert some data to the database. So what I'm going to do is set query, set insert query, as insert into item now because I have an auto increment value, which is the ID, I don't mention it, so it will add it automatically. So I have the name and the price and values. So I have cards, I say like 6,000, okay, and that's the whole query. And then I say db cmd, okay, and eval dollar insert query. Then I'm going to say again retrieve the whole data. I copy this back again just to show you what has happened. Okay, so again running the script back again. So first time it will list you 4 items. Next time, because I'm in next instance, okay, of TK message box, it will list you 5 items, okay, and every time you will add it, it will be in this manner: 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8. Okay, so this is it. First time I have 4 items. Now after I do the insert, I have 5 items. Okay, again this is 5 items. You'll see another time cards, so that's it, and this is another time cards. Okay, so this is the whole idea behind it. Now for more information about the data, where's that? Yep, for more information you have to read this address. Just to zoom it. So this address you will have to read the manual of the library from. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and thanks for watching.